the editor-in-chief of the magazine. Has everyone seen this cover before? Okay, this is the September issue of Shonen Jump. Not the August one, which is out in newsstands now and is in your mailboxes. This is the September issue. You may see a face to the left, Stan Lee. Stan Lee, the creator of Spider-Man and Iron Man, teamed up with the creator of Shaman King, Hiroyuki Takei-sensei, to create a brand new manga called Ultima. Was anyone here at the New York Comic-Con? Excellent. Did any of you sit in the panel? We did a special panel with Stan Lee in New York, where he joined the editor. Were you there? And it was a really tremendous event. We had a panel with Stan Lee and with Asada-san, who is the editor, originally was the editor of Bleach, in fact, and is the editor of Ultima, which Takei-sensei is drawing. So in this issue of Shonen Jump, which we have advanced copies for sale at the booth, it's printed a little earlier than, of course, it shows up in newsstands. So we have a handful of copies every day for sale. It's just an incredibly exciting thing. It's not every day that an American writer teams up with a Japanese artist, and it's especially not every day that someone of the stature of Stan Lee does such a thing. Also, I'm going to call out a couple things about this special issue. It's a free Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's the second issue in a row that we put Bleach on the cover. The previous one is over here. Mark has a copy. And then we have news about a brand new Dragon Ball card game, and it's pretty huge, 384 pages.
Coming out in October is the All Club in Black Bleach art book, and it has gorgeous color illustrations. We're taking a lot of care to make sure that you get the bright colors that we saw in Japan. In the back, there's also notes from Takahiro about all the illustrations he did, where they appeared, what his thoughts were behind pictures, you know, how he does lots of cool character studies and stuff like that. There's also all of the court guard captains, they were title pages in the manga, so all of those are collected in here, plus 2 extras that never showed up in the manga. So it's definitely a good buy.
This is sort of Kubo Sensei's weekend, and these are just a handful of things going on. There's a panel tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. It's about 1:15 is when it's going to officially start, because it's in a big room, and we think a lot of people are going to have time to funnel in, but essentially it starts around 1:15. There's signings tomorrow at 10 a.m. and at 3:30 p.m. at the booth. The panel's in room 7AB, and then there's a screening tonight, a special screening of the first full-length film. We've been told to enunciate. There's a screening tonight of the very first full-length feature film. Also out in October is a special Bleach poster zine. Has everyone seen the Naruto poster zine? Yeah, we're doing a special Bleach one too. What's cool about the poster zines, beyond the fact that they have a lot of posters in them, several of those images are original. We work directly with a studio in Japan that produces the anime, and we have there were 2 posters in the most recent Naruto poster zine, and I believe there's going to be another 2 original ones in the Bleach one as well.
Okay, this is a Bleach official character book, Souls, and this is a must-have for any Bleach fan. It includes information on all the characters, on all the story arcs through the end of the Soul Society arc. It includes a chronology table, listings of all of the chapter titles in Japanese and in English translation, so those of you who are learning Japanese or know it can compare them. It's really cool. It's got a whole section of color art, some of it's original in the beginning, and it's got the one-shot that started Bleach in the back that's never been printed in English before. It's definitely a good buy. There's going to be, the cover's great, it's got foil on it, so the black's in there, that it's orange foil. It's really nice.
Yeah, these character books are pretty incredible. Have you seen, there's a Death Note one, there's also the Naruto official fan book, which had a lot of original art by people from America. They're just really remarkable ways to sort of fill in the blanks between some of the chapters and have a better understanding of the characters.
It also has a couple 4-panel gag manga, 2 that are original.
So I mentioned before that this is a really big year for Shonen Jump and for manga in general. For manga in America, it's a big anniversary. This is the 5th anniversary of Shonen Jump magazine. We sell approximately 250,000 copies of every issue, and millions of people read it every month. The magazine was founded just over 5 years ago the first volume came out. This is a collector's edition, which is available at the booth now and will soon be available in stores. It's a limited printing. It has the complete manga from the very first volume. It's oversized. It's larger, I think, than a regular issue of Shonen Jump. Hardcover. I wanted to bring a copy, but I do not have one with me. But there's a paper cover that if you open up, it has a timeline inside of manga history. There's all the manga from the first volume, plus Naruto, which debuted in the second volume of Shonen Jump. There's letters from the editors of the American publication. There's also a letter from the editor-in-chief of Weekly Shonen Jump. That's the magazine that almost all the manga in Shonen Jump in America originated. There's also a for Yu-Gi-Oh card, and there's tons of reprints of features on really, really beautiful, high-quality paper. Now, it's important I wanted to mention Weekly Shonen Jump, because I'm not sure if you all know this, but this is the 40th anniversary of Weekly Shonen Jump. Weekly Shonen Jump is historically the biggest manga magazine in Japan. Every week they publish 400 to 500 pages of manga. The manga that you love in America that we publish monthly comes out something this size every week, and it's purchased on newsstands. It can sell at its height in the 90s. It sold 6.5 million copies every issue. It was said that pretty much everyone in Japan read it because the pass-around rate was just so incredible. I actually have 2 copies of this special 40th anniversary edition, which we're going to be giving out toward the end as a prize. 2 people have already volunteered to take them. We'll get to that later on. I have to show you one amazing thing in here. Oh, I can't take it out. Who here likes iShield 21? Murata Sensei, who's the artist on iShield 21, at the Shonen Jump office, we call him the happiest person in the world. We met him several times at Jump Fest. I've never met anyone who loves drawing as much as this gentleman. And he drew inside the issue a poster with, 50, 60 different Shonen Jump characters from history. You can see Yo Asakura in there. There's Naruto here. Anyhow, we have 2 of these to give out later on. Also coming out this year are some special collector's editions of our individual volumes. The special Shonen Jump collector's edition is limited edition. These are hardcover versions of the first volumes of some of the biggest manga we've ever published. Bleach is out in August, Naruto in September, Death Note in September, Yu-Gi-Oh, and then the 2 Dragon Balls later this fall in October. Every one of these is in a hardcover edition of the tankobon, the paperback version that you're used to. But what's beautiful about them is that all the color manga pages inside are reproduced in color, unlike in the paperbacks we've done in the past.
And for the Bleach one, at least I've seen that one. The cover you see here is actually a slip cover with flaps. And when you take it off, it's got the original volume cover images on it as well. So you get both of them.
Also celebrating Dragon Ball, we're finally bringing out in print a book that we've had around the office for a long time and just are always astounded by. It's the complete color illustrations from Dragon Ball by Akira Toriyama. It's an absolutely beautiful book. It's coming out in October. Another book that we have by Toriyama Sensei is coming out this fall. I don't have a slide of it, but is anyone here familiar with Kawa? Yeah, Kawa's coming out in paperback this fall as well. Slam Dunk. Last year was a huge year for... yes. I knew you'd be applauding over there. Last year was a huge year for Shonen Jump. It was the year at Comic-Con where we announced that Bleach would be serialized in the magazine, and we love your support for it. We get so much fan mail and letters and fan art because of it, and it's just a hugely, hugely popular part of the magazine now. But at the same time, we announced that Slam Dunk was also entering the magazine. We've run it for about a year, and we always had as we announced at the time, we anticipated that at some point we'd be taking it out of the magazine for a very specific reason. Slam Dunk is a very long manga. However, it takes place over a very short period of time. In fact, just one basketball season. And the fact is that publishing in the magazine a few chapters a month just isn't the appropriate way to consume it. And we wanted to just use Shonen Jump, which is the biggest manga publication in the English-speaking world, as a way to introduce it to the American audience especially, and then to spin it back off into the paperbacks so you can read it at the pace in which it was really intended to be read. And that'll be happening in September is when Volume 1 comes out, where we're going to run the final serialized chapter at the end of sort of a story arc around February. And of course, as you know, whenever we remove a manga from the magazine, something else comes in. So yes, there will be a new serialization in the magazine.